Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Bushman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for each life path number for the new moon that's coming up on November 13th, 2023. This, of course, is a general forecast. If you would like me to go through your personal numerology or your own personal forecast, I would love to do that. Just book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. Now, for this new moon, by the time this comes around, we'll be well beyond eclipse season. Still probably feeling the effects of the eclipse season because they do kind of take some time, 6 months to a year, to fully unfold the storylines. But we should be out of the heat of it. I'm actually recording this on the eclipse, but by the time this new moon comes around, we should have clear insights of what's unfolding because of those eclipses, or what was closed out and what could be coming in. So let's take a look at this new moon and see what this could be bringing in for us. Life path number 7. So for this new moon, you all are going to be working with quail energy and the energy of the 2. So when we're looking at the energy of the 2 brings in connections, relationships, and it's not just romantic relationships, it's the way that we relate to one another. So with the 2 energy, we are often asked to be the observer, to stand back and observe the situation as unbiasedly as possible, or as unbiased as possible. And from that observation, we're then able to see where the disconnect is and come up with some kind of solution for reconnection, right? So, and that would be around relationships or how we relate to one another. And so with 2 energy, when we work with this on a cycle, the more divisive we are, or the more sort of biased we are within a connection or a situation, the more stuck we get. So the 2 is meant to harmonize, bring balance, bring like coming together, right? It's unity type of energy. It's very unified, right? And so it's always going to be seeking balance. And in order to have balance, we have to see all sides of a situation. And then from all sides of that situation, we can meet in the middle and we can bring harmony, balance, and, all those beautiful unity, all those beautiful energies. But in order to do that, first we have to remove ourselves energetically, at least, right, from the experience. Because if we're too immersed in it, then we are biased. We are choosing a side, basically. If we're too emotionally charged and too emotionally attached to some outcome or to something within that connection. And that creates a separation. So I do think that there's going to be the potential for this, around this new moon, for you all to, with some connection, whatever that may be, for you to take a step back and be the observer and truly try to be as unbiased as possible and see it from all sides. And when you can do that, then you can see where that disconnect is, and then you will come up with some kind of solution, preferably with the other person through communication, etc. But if not, some kind of solution for harmony, rebalancing, unity. And it doesn't always have to be with that other person. It can be strictly energetically for you so that you can move forward, right? So then we look at like forgiveness and that sort of thing. That's possible also, right? But a lot of times when 2 energy comes in as a cycle, it's pushing us to relate to others in a healthy, balanced way that is an equal exchange of energy. So there's definitely something here. So you may see sort of connections come into the forefront with you around this new moon. Also, this new moon is happening in the sign of Scorpio, and it's a 13-4 cycle. So there's definitely something here about regeneration or death, transformation, rebirth. And for you all, it's going to be associated with relationships, like again, how you relate to others. But it can also be about how you relate to yourself. It can also be about bringing greater balance into your own journey type thing. But typically a 2 cycle always brings in at least one other person into the equation, right? Because again, it's about relating and relationships and balance and all those things. So you could see a mending of some kind of connection come into play around this new moon. Of course, you're going to have to be you're going to have to be an active participant in that as well, right? It doesn't just happen. You could see a merging, you could see a coming together, some kind of unity, et cetera, especially where there's been disconnect or disharmony type thing. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to those connections that either keep coming in for you energetically, you keep thinking about, or the person actually presents in the physical to mend that connection. Be open, be the observer, hear what's being said, and then make your decisions or or have the conversation, etc., based on that sort of observation. What's interesting is with quail energy, there's definitely something here about like taking refuge. So there is this energy about being mindful to not sort of build a wall where nobody else can get through, right? So because this is 2 energy and it's about connecting and other people and relationships, that can't happen if we are sort of hidden within our own refuge that we've built around our heart. And so there's definitely with Scorpio energy, 13-4 energy, and the 2 energy, now quail energy, there's definitely something here that's asking you to be vulnerable and to show up in vulnerability to other people and other connections, where it's not so much about protecting yourself from getting hurt, but truly looking at the situation and seeing where the disconnect is, and then what does it take to bring harmony to that situation, whatever that situation may be. And without, basically this energy is probably going to ask you, especially because it's Scorpio and 13-4 energy, it's, collectively, it's going to ask you to tear something down. And by tear something down, I mean the walls around your heart, if they're there, right? And that's what refuge really comes through for me with quail energy is, where have you been seeking refuge when it comes to your connections that's been holding you back from your connections, okay? That's going to be really, really key. And I think that that's going to come in really, really strongly and show you where that is. And then it's up to you to sort of dismantle that or deconstruct that wall so that you can start to let people in. Also with quail energy, solutions is a really big energy. So again, works beautifully with the 2 energy. 2 energy is all about solutions, about not sacrificing, but compromise and coming together and seeing eye to eye and working together and communication and harmony and balance and all those beautiful things. So I do think that this could potentially be a very sensitive new moon for you all, especially as it relates to relationships. But that doesn't mean that it can't sort of produce beautiful effects, right? But you have to show up for it. You have to do the work. So incredibly beautiful energy for you all 7s. I hope it's a great new moon. Take care. Bye for now.